It's all happening at the Highlanes Gallery in Drogheda. We were there, of course, with Late Lunch Live for the 20th year celebrations, and what a wonderful afternoon we had. And I'm delighted to welcome back to the show today in studio, it's curator-director Aoife Ruane. Welcome again, Aoife. Good to see you on the show this afternoon. And she's joined by two young, emerging, brilliant artists. James Moonan is with us this afternoon on the show, and Caoimhe Murphy. You're all very welcome to Late Lunch. Thanks for being with me. Let's start with yourself, Aoife. What is this all about? What are you launching here? What are you launching into?
Well, we're launching into, I think, a thing that we do best, which is present exhibitions. But I'd have to say is that what we're really doing is highlighting children's creativity. So again, harking back to the 20th anniversary of the gallery and the 80 years since Bea and Terry founded the collection, they were really interested in children's creativity. They were interested, they adjudicated children's art competitions and were really promoting children's creative lives in their lives. So that's something we've been part of actually for all of the 20 years. With whole programs for children in families, children in education, children as teenagers, children as young people, young adults. So we have loads of that. But we actually consulted the teenage group, our Ignite group, on what things that they were interested in. And they were actually totally set, even though it's a competition, on the idea of an art competition.
Okay.
Now, here are the AMPLIFY judges. So our older panel, the 18 to 30, are the judges, which we're very excited about.
Which is great, and we're going to hear from them in a moment. So it's about art. There are different categories, I see, different age groups, and you start with the littlies, under sixes, and it goes up along 7 to 10 years old, 11 to 14, 15 to 18, and I love this, an additional needs section in each of the four categories, which is brilliant.
And that has been important for us in terms of signifying that idea of connecting with children, our people of all abilities.
Yes.
And I have to say, in that way, we've consulted with people in our direct environment, no more than James and Caoimhe, as people on our AMPLIFY group, in terms of how to do that. So some competitions only have one section for people with additional needs, but this has it all the way through, because creativity happens at different ages.
Absolutely. So what do you term art? Is it paintings? No, just not paintings. It's art in a general sense, is it?
Yes, it's art in a general sense. In terms of subject matter, we might get Caoimhe or James to think about that. But I think from our terms, basically, if it's on paper, it's no larger than A3.
Okay.
And if it's not on paper, and again, we would say is because we're not just interested in children winning, we're actually presenting an exhibition. So the exhibition will run from the 7th of August until the 31st of October. So it's actually... Other competitions are competitions. Yeah. Our competition is a competition and exhibition.
So will everything be displayed that's entered?
No.
Wasn't that a stupid question?
Yeah.
Was it, James? That wasn't a logical question.
No.
Absolutely not. Because there wouldn't be space, never mind, in the gallery in Lawrence Street to display it all. James, welcome to the show. It's great to see you. I was down for the 20th and I saw your exhibition. Wonderful. Congratulations to you. Tell listeners, what's your art form? What do you love to do?
I'd love to illustrate books and do some paintings and portraits, and I'd love to teach some people how to do art like me and stuff. Yeah, it's my thing to do. Just put in some watercolor and do some coloring pencils. Yeah, that's my thing. That's all. That's my thing to do. I like doing all of the things because I just want to be like everybody else.
Of course. And your colours are vibrant and brilliant, may I say, and that's what struck me as well. Are you going to be a tough judge?
Yeah.
I suspected as much. You'll be looking for a high standard, will you, from the entries? Yes.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
And what does art, when you work and do what you do, what does that do for you? How do you feel when you create and paint and put things together?
It really entertains the other artists that it's real art, and that's all because all the artists think that it's wonderful and surprising that how I did it, and just to make everything like real life and stuff. Yeah, and just a lot of everything the same like all the other background here. That's all. I worked in some kind of like I worked in a gallery called the Highlanes Gallery, and it's a workshop that it was a workshop that I worked in. It was I taught some children and teenagers to do some kind of like robots and blobs with paint and a rubber Lego.
Yeah, so you get your inspiration from the people you teach as well and what they do, that you pass on your wonderful skills to them. So that gives you a great old kick. You love that.
Yeah.
You do indeed, I know it. Let's bring into the conversation your colleague judge as well this afternoon, who is absolutely brilliant in her own right. Caoimhe Murphy, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with me.
Hi, how are you today?
Tell our listeners about you. What you know your art is to you and what you love to create.
So I am a visual artist,
Yeah.
and my medium is paint and painting.
Okay.
So, I would go between oil paints and acrylic paints, But for myself, art for me is driven by curiosity and how I'm interested in how the way things work and how you see the world and how that can be then interpreted. So, in relation to, let's say, this art competition,
Yeah.
I'd be kind of interested in seeing the nature of people's ideas and how their brain works. So how they would interpret like the theme of the art competition in a sense, and then how they would manipulate the media they're using
Yes.
in ways that you might necessarily think as an adult, because obviously kids' brains are, I think, more creative, more open to trying new things.
Yes.
So,
And what is the theme?
The theme is me, my place, our world.
Oh, excellent. That gives a wide remit to people to create, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
That's very clever. You've really broadened out here. Oh, you will need Lawrence Street and maybe Peter Street as well with all the entries. Because but just to say, I'm going to come back to you in a second. Just to say, Aoife, this competition is open to the whole island of Ireland.
The island of Ireland, Highlanes Gallery was set up 20 years ago in a cross-border capacity. The director of the F.E. McWilliam Gallery and Studio was with me this morning. We consider our remit, we're a gallery for Drogheda and the northeast, but we are absolutely serving the island of Ireland.
So how do people submit the entries? If they have entries. Now, this is very important. So the theme you've just announced there, so this, I take it, will be a work that will be created over the next number of days and weeks. Or can it be something that has already been created in the past?
It can actually be something that has been created in the past. And I think sometimes we know from children that often enter competitions, they deciding which of the artworks that they might have might be, sometimes they need a parent to help them.
Will fit in the particular
Absolutely.
genre. Yes.
Exactly. So for us, again, what we've, in listening to the teenagers wanted a number of things. First of all, they wanted, if their entry didn't get through, if they didn't pass the judges, they want the work back.
Okay.
And that
fair
was
enough.
actually one of the commitments that we've actually made. The other commitment that we've made is that we've actually opened it out to animation, and I would say many of the other competitions do not do that.
Okay.
But because we show video installation and a whole lot of other things, we are open to that.
Okay.
The one, I suppose, proviso is, and we know that there's lots of people posting things in Ireland now, post-COVID, as in post is back on track. We want the entries, they're either posted if they don't live in the general area of the gallery, and are handed in.
Okay.
But the one thing, and we have, is an entry form. So the entry form just asks people to fill in their name, their parents' name, guardian, and if it's done, they could be doing it in school. Now, we know school's out from today, but they could be in an art school. And James's mum Jennifer has her own private art school, so there's plenty of art schools. You could be in a summer camp. So Green Hill Summer Camp goes down the roads. Any summer camp, if people are looking for an activity, and we would say is that we have an art trolley within the gallery where there's paper, there's pencils. This should not cost anybody anything.
Okay.
It is not meant to be cost prohibitive. We actually just think people who are interested, children who are at home or interested in art, they can be making the artwork out in their garden, or they can be in their and
this
at
is
their desk.
an ideal time with school out as well to occupy and get them creating as well, which I love too. So entries are open at the moment.
Yep, open.
Where are the forms available?
They are available at the gallery, but they're also available online. We have our own section on the website. The application form, an application form must accompany either the back of a physical work, if it's A3, and or be folded and put on an envelope. So for digital entries, so entries that are animation, they would be saved on a little memory stick.
Yes.
And then you put the memory stick in an envelope, pop the application form in the envelope, and post or drop in.
Okay.
So anytime now between now and the 12th, but we do have 2 workshops that are being led by some of our adjudicators. One of them is right here. James is leading a workshop.
Good man yourself. And when is that happening?
That is happening on Sunday the 5th of July from 11:30 to 1.
Okay, so, and that's open to anybody. Do you have to apply, put your name down for anything
You just
like
need
that?
to book. We have
That's
a little
it. On the website as well.
Entry.
Or drop in, or
Absolutely.
phone? No.
You can phone, of course you
Yeah,
can.
okay.
And what we see that is that
You can phone, believe it or not. Believe in this era, you can phone.
041 980 3311. But James will lead a workshop as if it's his studio.
Yes.
So it's like you can come in and make your own entry within the workshop. James
Yeah.
can give you guidance, or you can just make it yourself.
What an opportunity this is. Back to yourself, Caoimhe, and just tell me a little bit more about you and what inspires you. Where does your inspiration, who or what influences your art?
Well, I suppose we could go back to the beginning, you know. So when I was 15, I entered another art competition, the Texco art competition.
Oh, famous
Yeah.
competition.
And I didn't win any major prizes, it was just a special merit.
Yeah.
But it was really pivotal in pushing me to pursue art as a career and as an adult, because as part of the whole competition, the works go on tour around Ireland, and one of the host galleries was the Highlanes Gallery. So that's how I first became acquainted with Aoife and the gallery way back when, and then reconnected over the years. But to experience such a positive atmosphere, and it was encouraging, though, even though it was a competition, it felt more like a celebration of children's art.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say it was definitely a formative experience. It opened my eyes to a whole new world where art wasn't just a hobby, it could be a career and now a lifelong passion.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I suppose what I wanted to say is that there's people who want to enter this competition.
Yes, very important. This is very important.
There might be panicking, I'm not particularly good at painting or drawing. It doesn't have to be something as traditional, like you could do collage, you know? Or for me, when I done it, even though I might have had paints from school and I done it at home, it was only on paper. And I didn't paint the background of it. I just focused on, it was a portrait of myself. And I poured my heart and soul into it. So, yeah, I think in one way the sky's the limit. So think of different mediums you can use as long as it's within like the size.
Yes.
But yeah, don't freak out over art competition, no masterpieces.
All right, that's so important. Great advice there, and you will be judging along with James as well. I have to say, I love on Sky Arts, Portrait Artist of the Year, Landscape Artist of the Year. I'm hooked on them. Honestly, I just love those series, you know, and it brings art into my little TV den as well to watch, and I absolutely love it. But, you know, you have to say that it is such a wonderful medium and such a wonderful, both of you are examples of it, James and yourself, of people who just adore what they do. And look at the space that this woman and her team have created in the Highlanes as well. It's simply wonderful. It really is. So look, come on, the message today is the 12th of July will come round quickly, you know what I mean? We're beyond Midsummer's Day at this stage. You got to get your entries in. And again, I did ask James, he said he's going to be a tough judge. Come on, tell me the truth. Come on, Caoimhe. Will you be as tough as James?
I don't know. I think I'll end up falling in love with all the artworks I see.
And will I tell you, he won't be tough at all. He's only telling me that here. He's going to be a gentleman, so he is when the art come in. Anyway, it's great to hear all about it. Go online, call to the gallery, give them a call wherever the entry forms are there. Get cracking now. There's loads of opportunities, summer camps, schools out, etc. At home, whatever you want to do. Get going with this, and who knows, you could be like these two wonderful judges down the road, becoming part of the whole fabric of art in the Northeast and beyond. But look, it's been great to have you with us today in the show. I wish you well with the competition. I will put me down to visit when the and when you're presenting the prize on that as well. I would love to be there. Anyway, for today, Aoife Ruane from the Highlanes Gallery, James Moonan, brilliant, and Caoimhe Murphy, thank you all for being with me on Late Lunch today. Thank you.
There is one thing I want to say.
Go on, James.
I had a lot of portraits. I won a lot of portraits on the Texaco art competition and the credit union. It was about in the portrait. It was about me looking at some kind of like everything was coming alive. There were toys everywhere. They were moving, and I just got that idea in my head. Thought it would be nice for my future.
Yes, and look at what it's done for your future as well. Thank you for being with us on the show, folks. Good luck to you all.
Thanks, Gerry.
Bye. Yeah.